I'm just building a house. Even then, I have to be careful. I can't save because my default save slot that just has some settings tweaked has an inappropriately dressed character as the thumbnail for it. I know there are some game objects that I don't intend to use that are fine, that I don't intend to use, so they will be fine, but they would be objectionable, and one wallpaper that I'm sure there would be an objection to. I just plan on bulldozing this lot and building some stuff on it. I even changed the audio settings, so there's something for you to hear. Because I don't usually have the music on at all. I have it turned all the way off, and then I listen to music or podcasts or whatever. This belongs at 35, and that belongs at 0. Is where those settings normally are at. But nice big lot that you can actually afford from the beginning if you build a cheap little tiny house like I'm going to start with. I'll get there. Oh, I don't know. I'll decide that part later. I have ideas, but I'm not sure. Then we clean up your dirt patches. Maybe I'll change the color of the grass. Okay, no. You're annoying. Sure. That way, technically, I wouldn't need a fence to see where my property stops and the territory around it begins. Oh, right. No. You don't need a floor. Do I want the front door through that or separate? Well, cheap or effective? Space saving or effective? Don't want to start with cheap. It's hard to see things on a black floor. I can live with it. Actually, where are you? Build discount item. Sure. I intend on having an object in there, and neither a gate or a doorway can go through it. Gates can't be at corners. Not with walls, anyway. Can't be there, can't be here. Probably needs to be there. I wish you weren't 2 tiles wide. You take up too much space and you're just weird and ugly. Because you jut out in a stupid way. See, I don't like that. It just looks stupid to me. But this... and now it's asymmetric. Which I also don't like, but I have to deal with it. That means something can sit up there and not have either doorway butt into it. Yeah, I was in bed, if not asleep, for like 12 hours, so this is late by even my standards. It's the sun isn't up yet, but it is definitely tomorrow. In every time zone in this country. Yeah, it's past midnight in Hawaii. It's got to be. I have no idea what time zone Guam is in, which is technically a territory, but it should count. I have no idea. I could look it up, but I'm doing something else. You cost money, but you save. That's the black one. One's dark brown. I did not intentionally get mods that happened to have cheap, useful things. I got them for the aesthetic, and then discovered after I got them that, oh, those are cheap and useful. I'll make use of that. It's always so much easier with vampires, because you don't need a bed, you don't need kitchen stuff, you don't need a toilet, and you don't even need to make way towards achieving goals to get rid of most of your need, or all of your needs, except hunger. You can't do shit about thirst. I'm gonna hold off on that, maybe. There's colors and patterns, and then all of them combined in one thing. But if I'm going with black, that one's fine. It's expensive, but you end up throwing lots of things away, and you get the money back. The spaceship stuff did also come with very cheap and also better, mostly, in that it doesn't consume water. Hygiene pod. And I could put a wall, since the actual hygiene issue of having the toilet in the same room as everything else doesn't exist. I don't tend to bother. It's just spending money on walls and wall covering that I don't need to. Other things will be added to this. That super cheap fridge has, I think there's technically something on there. I don't like that fridge, I like that it's cheap. So I'm going to have the possibly inappropriate refrigerator. But this is as much as I think I can do without having to poke through folders of stuff that might have something inappropriate on it. So, oh look, I mostly built a cheap house.